We voted on this week and you guys want to see me color with Colors of the World. I'm going to do Colors of the World markers and colored pencils today. And I'm going to color this picture of me and Taylor Swift. It was taken in 2014 when she released her 1989 album. And I'll tell you the story about why there's a picture. Anyway, I'm really excited because I've tried to color this picture before with crayons, with some other colored pencils, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. So I'm really excited. I'm going to use a mix of the colored pencils and the markers because I feel like both of them will work very well together. I often love to do mixed mediums. For the base, I'll do markers and then I'll fill in some of the shading and the blending with the colored pencils. I'm really excited because you guys voted on this. Next week we'll do the Legos. I'm really excited for that one too. I'm Jenny from Jenny's Crayon Collection. I help you guys find the coolest art supplies for whatever project you're doing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you guys don't miss anything. Here is what we're going to color today. Here's a picture. I made this on Photoshop this is the original picture. It's a little yellow because it was an actual Polaroid they took. Her staff took at her house. So we are just going to use this as a base. I'll maybe adjust the colors or we'll just see. This is the one that I did with crayons. You can see you get little speckles in here. I really like how it turned out, except for me. I look a little funny, but I like how everything else turned out. But I think colored pencils and the marker will give us more of a uniform. There won't be any speckles on there. What I like to do before I color a page is I like to kind of get ideas of what I'm going to do. And there's one thing that I'm gonna do that I haven't done any other time I've colored this picture, and I don't have the other picture, I couldn't find it, but I have a copy of it and I will show that to you guys also, that I did with other colored pencils, and I just didn't have the right colors for the skin. So right here you can see there was another person that I took out. So I'm going to make her dress. You can see the outline of her dress right here. I'm gonna kind of just fill it in. So this is my test right here. I'm gonna fill it in and then I'm gonna just kind of fill in the back a little bit. I don't know, maybe I should make it go out a little bit right here. So this is just my rough sketch. So then I would have some idea of what I'm doing, if it'll even look good. So her dress was black, right? So I don't want to make it look like, maybe I'll just go to here or something like that, kind of follow the lines. Maybe, so instead of all this out here, I'll just go to here and kind of make it flare out a little bit. So then that way it won't just be like she was cut off, and then I can kind of fade it away right there. All right, since black is the easiest, I'm gonna start with black. I know this is not from Colors of the World colored pencils. This one isn't, this color isn't, but this is the one that I'm going to start out with to do some of the outlines. So on here, a lot of these things are black. Like this is kind of black. We have some gold around here. This is gold. And then my shirt is black and her skirt is black. And then I don't see this. So all of this stuff is black, and we're going to make it. We're going to go in and fill that in first, just so we have some outlines. Just going to fill in the black everywhere, just to get that black in there. We can also, I'm going to make sure I'm not coloring on top of other things. That can mess up your coloring too. I have all my swatch pages. I will show you those as we get to the swatches. So I'm gonna color this in. I could do this with a marker, but it does really well with the pencil. Then I'm gonna come down here into my shirt, and I'm just gonna color it in. Can outline a little bit beforehand. I want to make sure that I get the grooves of this outline kind of, so that way when I color that in, I'm going to use gold on there, which is not in the Colors of the World colored pencils, so we will have to pull in a gold for that. And it's really nice to have this right here with me. Then the picture, especially if you're coloring a person or something that you already have. That way you can really get those details in there where you're supposed to get them. Colored pencils, already we're seeing a difference in the lines. They're a lot smoother. They're a lot, you can go back over it. You can fill in any gaps that you see. But you can get these really fine lines here that you just can't get with if you don't mess them up. I say that and then I might mess them up. You can get super fine lines with these. As long as I don't mess up my face again, I'll be happy. I'm gonna actually kind of outline this a little bit. So in here, it kind of looks like a megaphone, I believe. So I should look up what these actually look like. It kind of looks like it's kind of like this a little bit. I'm not sure though. I don't have. Okay, and then it stops right here. So this might have just been right here. This line might have been something else. So it looks like it comes up here and it stands on something here. Then you can see under here's my shirt. It's the reflection, actually. That's interesting. If I'm looking at this right, it's like my shirt is kind of reflected in it a little bit. Because you can see this line here. Oh no, maybe if you look at this one here, it looks smaller. So maybe that is my shirt. So we'll come down here. That is what it's supposed to look like. I think the other one I might have made it bigger. I don't know. And we'll just kind of outline it a little bit to give us that little outline. So we know what we're doing right there. So where I colored the other part. So these are not erasable. There are some erasable colored pencils that I like. So I made this out of a Polaroid. Oh, and you guys probably want to know the story too. So it was 2014, the summer, and if you ever want to get aware of some of the things that your favorite artists do, just join their email list. I think I found out about a contest on our email list. It said, who's the biggest Swiftie in the Big Apple? I was like, oh, and if you win, there's going to be an event in New York City. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. I should apply. And it was, you can only write like 500 words. So you see here, someone else is there, so I kind of have to make up what my lines are going to look like on my shirt. To kind of go here. So anyway, 500 words or less, I believe. You had to say why you were one of the biggest fans in the Big Apple. And I was like, okay. So I just wrote a little thing, how I listen to her all the time and stuff like that, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I think it was also on Twitter, they were saying, okay, so this is the day that we're gonna make phone calls and we're gonna let the winners know of this contest. I was like, okay. So after I'd entered the contest, I get this phone call and they're like, you won the contest. And I was like, what? I was like, I just wrote a little paragraph. So that's why writing pays off, guys. So my shirt looks a little wonky, but who cares? Okay. And I was like, okay. So I was in Utah at the time visiting family. And I asked my husband, I was like, can I fly to New York City? And I had paid to go myself. Can I fly to New York City for this contest? He's like, okay, you're crazy, but yeah, I guess you can go. So I went and I stayed with a friend in upstate New York. And the next day, I went to the Millennium Hotel. And I also asked when I was on the phone, I was like, can I tell my husband where I'm going? Because I don't want him to worry. And they were like, oh yeah, that's fine. Because they also told us you can't tell anybody about this. Because they didn't want like a ton of people showing up at the place we were at. And so they were like, yeah, you can tell your husband, but don't announce it like online or anything. And so I told also the friend I was staying with, just because it's like gonna be there, right? So it was nice for her to know. So the day came and I went to Millennium Hotel in New York City, and I actually saw someone with a Taylor Swift shirt on. I don't know if they were looking for the place, but they didn't go where I went. So I think there were people like staking out. So on the phone, they'd given us like this password that we had to say. It was hummingbird. This Taylor really likes hummingbirds. So right now I'm just coloring my shirt in. Not much exciting going on. You can see these are where my hands are at. So I gave the hummingbird password and they take us up to another floor. There's a bunch of people dressed up. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know anybody. So they have us like go through security. And see, I'm just trying to make sure I do this right. They have us go through security, and we had to like leave all our phones, like everything. Where like we couldn't access them and stuff because they didn't want us to have our phones. So we were gonna do this live stream. Do I have two? Or hands on, whatever. Okay, so we sat there forever. It was like, I was so tired. I think I was so nervous and just sitting there forever. We talked to the people around us. And finally they're like, okay, Good Morning America is ready for you guys. Okay, so this one I want to make sure, where did I put that other page? I want to make sure I get it looking a little bit better. So we're gonna bring this down a little bit. Just gonna lightly color it in. So yeah, they're like, Good Morning America's waiting for you. And it was actually just like right across the street. I was like, oh, that's convenient. They had us sitting in like the same room this whole time while they got ready. Actually, it wasn't Good Morning America yet. It was a live stream. Sorry. I'll tell you that part in a minute. So anyway, we get there and Yahoo was the one that was doing the live stream. But it was in the Good Morning America studio. So that's where that comes in. So we get on these elevators. They're telling us how to sit. They're like, be happy. Do this. It's funny. Smile. You're on camera. That kind of stuff. Like some coaching before we go on TV. I'm like, okay. So we're all sitting there, and she walks in and announces her album, and it was really fun. We got to, be there when she announced it, and she told us about it. And then afterwards, they're like, okay, now we're doing our Good Morning America segment. So they just went from one thing to the next. It was like we were in the same studio, but they're like, hey, we're going to film this next segment. I was like, okay. So we filmed Good Morning America, and then we take some pictures. And we hadn't eaten. It was like 1 o'clock that we had to get there. And they kept sending us emails like, you're going to be there later and later. And she's like, I don't know. I think it was like 4 or 5 around this time, or maybe later. I had grabbed some lunch before I went in, so I wasn't like terribly hungry, but I was a little. Anyways, she's like, I know this place we can go, and we can get some pizza, and we can have a little pizza party. And I was like, oh, cool. So we were driving there, and I kind of know where she lives. So I heard I like New York City, and she lives in Tribeca. So we start heading down to Tribeca. It's like, we're going to our house. Sure enough, we went to our house. We all got to stand in line, and this is what, yeah, and we took the picture, but we had pizza. We stood in line. It took a while to get in. They kept telling us to be quiet. She had neighbors and stuff. Okay, that looks, I like that better. It looks like she's there more. Okay, so now is our tricky part. We've got all the black in. Now we're going to match our, gonna come over here and we're gonna match the colors that we see. If you want to get this swatch chart, you can get it below and it'll help you know what colors you're using. I'm seeing either light golden or very light golden. All right, I think I'm gonna go with, maybe I'll go with very light golden, because then I can come in with the colored pencil later. And I can add shadows in that way, so I don't start out too dark. So I said, what was it, light golden? Oh, very light golden. If very light golden doesn't look good, then we'll do. And the picture is kind of golden. Light medium almond. Oh, they almost look white, guys. Okay. That's why it's hard to tell. Very light golden. So I'm going to color all the skin with this color, and then I can come in later and shade. Look at how even that makes it all. I love it. Like I said, I'll come in and shade later. With the other colors. This looks so much better. I'm trying to figure out where her hand, that's my shirt. Okay. And then down here is my hand. Okay, and then my knuckles kind of, I don't know if it's picking up some of the pencil or what. My hand is kind of under here like this a little bit. So I'm adding this base, and then I'll come through with the colored pencils and just get some of this black off. Okay. Now I'm going to come up to our faces, color in the faces. Okay, I'm so nervous about the hair, guys. That's where I've screwed up. Look, I actually look fairly decent in this one, but then when I try to put my lips on is where I failed last time. So let's hope I do not fail this time. Okay, so back to the story. It took us a while to get in. She talked to everyone as they came in. And then once we were all in, we had our pizza and we just kind of roamed around, had the radio going. She listened to her song on the radio for the first time. That was kind of cool. We danced along when it came on the radio. You know, she had some food there, I think some Diet Coke products. Yeah, So we just had fun. I played her piano. I don't know if I was supposed to. Then as we were going, she like took pictures. Well, before we went, this was before we went. She took pictures with all of us, and that's when she took these pictures, and they brought Polaroid down. All right, so now I'm gonna take out my colored pencils. I'm gonna look at my colored pencil swatches now, which are right here. So then I can bring in that light golden into here and kind of create some depth with that. Light golden. Okay. So we can see there's like a spot on the shoulder that's a little bit darker than the other spots. So we'll just kind of bring this in a little bit just to do some shading. Kind of give that shoulder. Might bring in another one, I don't know. Since we have our base on there, we don't have to do as much. Okay. And on the face, around the face, it's definitely more so this way. And chin. Okay, same kind of thing for me. Let's just kind of fill it in. The eyes are a little bit less. The neck here, so my neck can kind of get some of those details. And my chin is a little bit more details in here. So our face comes in a little bit here. Just color it a little bit darker here. It's gonna look a lot better once I have our eyes and our lip colors in there and our hair done. Okay. All right, I am going to add, so we're gonna come over here, probably some light rose to the cheeks. This is very light rose. We want just light rose, right? Light rose. So I'm gonna add some light rose to the cheeks just to give some color to the cheeks. See that color coming in. To the cheeks right there. Okay, I'm gonna add it to my cheeks a little bit. I feel like seriously, when I'm doing this stuff, it feels like you're doing makeup sometimes a little bit. Okay, and then for the lips, I'm gonna go with like, probably the medium deep rose. Let's see. Put some lips right here. Okay, and then we got the lips above. All right, and then we'll come to mine. Looks a little better so far. Okay, then with mine, I kind of see my teeth a little bit. So I'm just going to take this very lightly and then just kind of make some teeth. Maybe that was a bad idea. I shouldn't cover that with white. That looks horrible. Or an eraser, right? Huh, it's not getting any better. Getting buck teeth in there. So I should just, maybe I should have just gone over it with gray. Oh, whatever. Okay, that looks horrible. What can I do? Get white out, right? Whatever. Okay. Since we don't have the eye colors in here, I have like kind of green hazel eyes. I'm just gonna add just a tad bit of green in there. Then a little bit, I can do a little bit of brown. Just a little bit of brown to go with that. Okay, that's great so far. She has blue eyes. Let's see, where's a nice blue? I don't have my blue swatch chart, but it's purple. Here, this is, I'm using the, I think, 100 box. I know some of you asked about eye color. Beautiful's too light. I think I could get a blue, right? Where's just my regular blue? Come on, Majesty. True blue. We'll go with true blue. Okay. Just give these irises a little bit of blue. Okay. Need some white in there. Okay, whatever. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do, my teeth look horrible. Maybe I should have just done this. That looks so much better. Maybe I can save myself. I don't know, I keep screwing mine up. Okay. Leave it the way it is. Okay, so now we're gonna actually use these for hair colors. I have stopped. Okay, I should probably look at the hair colors. So we're looking for like extra almond, and we also, she's got blonde highlights in there. So maybe like a light medium golden. Oh, my broken pencil. Hey, I've forgotten. So first off, I'm gonna color all the hair with this. You know what they need to do next? This is good, kind of good for hair color. But what they need to do is they need to come up with like actual hair colors. That would be so cool, like a hair color box. Just exclusively for hair colors. This is way too light, but I'll take it. I just want to get it down because this is like the base color. So she's got these bangs that are coming in. Kind of sweep a little bit. You can also go darker like I just did. Get some of that darker tones in there. Her bangs really do come up from that high. Fix that in just a minute. Okay. There we go. Just get that good base on the hair and then we're good. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with like the extra deep almond, I think. I'm gonna do it light. Extra deep almond. I'm just gonna do it light. It looks like her bangs got a little bit more. This almost looks too red, but oh well. Is that getting too red too? I used these same colors for, maybe that one is too deep. Extra deep almond. Which one is this one? Extra deep almond. Maybe I should just go deep almond. Let's just try deep almond. See, that gives us a little bit better. Deep almond. We'll try it with this. Yeah, that's looking better. Still looks a little reddish. But I could just say, you know, the picture has a bit of yellowish to it. So I'm just going to go over this. And just put in some and see how it's already looking a little bit more defined there. And we'll just come over to this side and add some, and this is where we can take to our own creative liberties. I learned that from my husband because he does art. You don't always have to make everything look like the picture. Okay. She's got that other deep right there. So my hair is definitely darker. Probably this extra deep almond. Not extra deep golden, extra deep almond. This one would probably be good for mine. One that I started to color her hair with. So extra deep almond, yeah. Her hair's maybe see, my hair is coming from like here. Color it in, then come over it with like a deeper color. Still don't know if I'm 100% happy. I love the skin colors. It's very hard to find hair colors. I don't know if you guys feel that way also. Just gonna give my hair some curl at the bottom. It was actually curly that day, but someone's hair is on my hair and it makes it look straight, so I'm not going to try to pretend to put in curls there. Her hair's actually coming all the way over here, but so I'll just make my hair look like it's coming over that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm ruining it again. It's harder because I can't see my hair. There we go. make sure I color it in so I don't look bald. And just kind of give the hair some highlights here. So it has some string. Let's see. There we go. I think that looks better. Okay, are we missing anything from this picture? You know what? I'm gonna come in with the black and do like, oh, I have glasses on too, so I'm gonna bring my glasses in. Okay. I usually like to take my glasses off for pictures, but I had them on. I can do my eyebrow a little. Then we can actually take, hers are so dark in here. It's because her hair is right there. We can take those same colors that we used for I could probably even put, you know what, I'm going to put some of this dark, just lines, extra deep almond. Is that what I used on mine? I'm going to use some of this just in the hair, just to get some more tones of the hair. Maybe I should throw some more tones into my hair. I don't know. There we go. I don't know if that's any better or worse, honestly. I kind of like this other picture I did better. But so what I did in the other picture, it looks like, is I highlighted the eyes a little bit. I don't know. Maybe this is looking worse. Oh gosh. Looking at this other one that I did, I'm like, that looks better, but who knows, whatever. So we will just keep going. Keep trying, right? Maybe I need more like, more red. I need to pull out a red. His lips. Let's pull out like a pink for the butt blush. Is that looking better at all? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. All that, I think that looks better already. Okay. Hopefully that looks a little better. I'm going to do a little bit different with my hair. What did I use? Extra. Okay. Bring it down just a tad. Maybe that looks stupid, but let's bring some down. I almost like want to redo this. This might be a slightly different color. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Okay, does that look any better, or did I just make everything worse? Let's just give her some like eyebrow type things. I don't know. Whatever. My hair still looks awful. Whatever. Should I just be like, I'm good, I'm done with that? Bring up my ears a little bit. Okay, whatever. Does this one look better? Or does that one look better? What was this one like? Like golden? Pulling my face a little bit more here. What do you guys think? Are you guys liking this? Like, you are doing such a bad job. This one is gold ingot. We'll color this in with the gold that we have. This is a gold ingot metallic marker. I'm gonna fill this back in with black. I just wanted to make sure I had enough space for it. There we go, that looks nice. Better than my face, right? My poor face. I just can't get it right. Okay. And we can also do this, I think. So we don't know what it was, but we can just put like that's some writing or something like that. Okay. I don't know if it's the best ever, but I'm gonna take a deep. This is just for the shadows of the fingers. Maybe I'll try to fix my hair one more time. I feel like every time I try to fix my hair, I like make it worse. But we'll try. So if we just bring it over here like this. I should just give me bangs. And that would be good. Whatever. I don't know. Start over. I probably color this like 5 times before I get 100% how I like it. Okay. I'm not in love I feel like I have helmet hair again. I tried to make it better this time, but I just feel like I made it worse. My buck teeth. But that's okay. I feel like it looks good besides my hair. Like the colors were super nice. They were accurate. We were able to, especially the colors of the face and everything, they look good. So guys, I just decided to do something just to pretend, because we're just gonna pretend I have bangs too now. See if that helps anything. So I don't look like I have this like helmet head. There we go. I totally have bangs now. Even though in the picture I totally did not have bangs. They're sweeping in my eyes too. There we go. Art can be anything you want, right? So it might not look like what I looked like, but there you go. I'm laughing, I'm sorry, this is hilarious to me. Oh. I will try to color myself, my hair better on this one. Let's see if I can do that. I feel like this one, even though my hair was like crazy, it looks a little better. I think the problem is I should have had her hair come out like this, right guys? There we go. Her hair should have come out like this. And then my hair would not look like a helmet head. I almost just want to color this again for you guys. I just decided to actually cut my head out from another one and glue it on. It looks much better. What do you guys think? I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I like to show you guys all the coolest art supplies out there. And there's lots of other videos, coloring videos, and other ones about art supplies. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next video.